Hi, I'm Kate, and it's time for Kate Can Do It, You Can Do It crafts. This is the last week of summer reading. So I hope you've been finishing your 16 hours of reading. I hope you've enjoyed the crafts and activities that we've had to encourage you as you go. Let's see. This week, our activity is going to be my favorite animal. We'll talk to, or my pet or my favorite animal. We'll talk about that in a little while. Oh, we want to talk about Morris and Llewellyn. Their adventures have been very popular. Please check Facebook, our website, or come into the library or call us to find out what they've been up to.
They've had a lot of fun this summer.
They certainly have. They've had some relaxing adventures and some kind of adventurous adventures.
That's what adventures are.
That's what adventures are all about. Okay, so this week's activity is my pet or my favorite animal. And the idea is you will draw or in some way create your favorite animal or your pet on this piece of cardstock that you can pick up at the library. And then you're going to tell us about your pet.
Nice. Now, Kate, you could do whatever you want to make the picture, right?
You sure can.
You could make a collage or paint or crayons or whatever you want, markers.
And when you're done, if you bring it back to the library, we're going to have a display of all our friends and our own favorite animals or pets.
Right. I think we're going to put them up all along the wall, right?
That's right. So you'll need to choose which side you want to have displayed, because obviously we can't do both. Okay, so that's the activity.
And that's going to go on for a while, I think.
That is going to go on for a while. So you have some time to think about your creation, make it just right. Our summer reading event this week is clay animals with Maple Lane pottery. Registration is required and space is limited. So either call us or come in, and once you're registered, be sure to pick up your kit for the clay animals.
Now that's our friend Robbie who's
doing that. That's our friend Robbie, and she always has a great program.
She's wonderful.
She sure does. Okay, now for the Take and Make. It's do-it-yourself cat or dog toys. You get to choose. And if you don't have a cat or dog, we have an option for that too. All right, let's start with a cat toy. You will need scissors, a pen or marker, and a cat.
And a cat. I love that.
In your kit, cardstock with feather outline, piece of foam sheet, craft feather, 2 bells, and an elastic cord.
Okie dokie.
Okay, let's see how this goes. So, sure enough, in my kit, that's what I had, as well as my instructions. I'm going to put my bag out of my way a little bit.
That's why I moved Morris, and they were going to watch.
So, I didn't string the beads for you because it was a little bit tricky, and I didn't think you would want to watch me struggle stringing the beads. Right. But that's how they look when they're done.
Right, they go right through that little thing on the top.
Right.
Okay.
So then, in your bag, you'll find a cardstock with the feather already traced on it. And Miss Rachel cut mine out for me already so that I was ready to go. You trace that onto your foam. Mine is a pretty blue foam. And then you cut out your feather with your safety scissors.
Always use the
Or get a big person to help you. But this is very easy to do. I think most of my friends will be able to do it themselves. Kathy, look how well this is working.
Cuts kind of nicely, actually. It's fun.
It does. Okay, so there we go. It's done. Now, we want to make little feather cutouts on it. So we're just going to take our scissors and snip toward the middle.
Oh, okay.
Make several snips.
So it looks more like a feather.
Yes.
Not sure the cat cares, but it'll be more fun for it to play with.
That's right. We want the kitty to have fun with its toy.
That's the whole point of this.
That's right. Because the little kitty can get its claws in those.
You have a cat?
I do.
Of course, you have dogs too, so you'll have to decide.
I'll have to choose. All right, so that's done. Now, I think what we need to do is get our feather out.
Because you have a real feather too.
Well, a craft feather.
Craft feather.
Line up the stems of the feathers so that they overlap. Ta-da!
Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay.
Ta-da. And wrap the cord around the stem so the bells are at the top.
Do you glue it or you just wrap?
You just wrap and tie. And she does say if you have a glue gun, you could secure it with the glue gun. But I think we're just gonna tie a good knot. So that's how we're gonna start, and then we're gonna wrap this around here and oops, tie a knot. Come back, Belle. My kitty wants to play with a nice bell. I'm gonna wrap it around.
A couple times?
Maybe. If and I can. Nice and tight. Because the kitty is gonna
Want to
test this, I have the feeling. All right, so then we're gonna make a knot.
You might need your big person to help with this.
You might even need, I might need a big person to help. You know what, I'm gonna make this a little bit.
You need a longer end.
I do, I was trying not to waste the
string.
The string, okay, and if I flip it over, I think that will make it easier to make the knot on the back side.
Okie doke.
Okie dokie, sorry friends, this is a little more fussy. Sorry, Kathy. Are you enjoying watching the paint dry?
I'm good because this isn't going to dry for 2 days.
And guess what? My foam thingy came out. So I got to put it back in.
Huh. See, that's where maybe gluing them together might be helpful. If you have a glue gun. Do you want me to put my finger there or something? Or are you good?
I think I got it.
Okay.
I think I got it.
There you go.
Okay, so there's one knot. And I'm going to make another knot. And I'm going to tie it really, really tightly.
Make a square knot.
Really,
I'm a Girl
really
Scout.
tightly.
Let's see. Beep. Okay.
Okay, then I guess you could trim this end off.
Or let the cat play with it.
Or let the cat play with it. And you are ready to go. And here's the one Miss Rachel made. Hers is looking very similar.
Let's see. Well, she said she took one home to her cats and they loved it.
Yeah, I can see why they would.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the cat toy. Now let's see about the dog toy. You will need an extra pair of hands.
Oh,
A dog.
Here I am. A dog.
A dog. In your kit, you have 3 pieces of fleece fabric and a tennis ball with holes.
Oh, good. She poked the holes in.
She did.
I was a little worried about them poking the holes.
So, you need to line up your fleece pieces. I used to do this all the time.
Did you?
Not for toys, but we used to braid baler twine to make hitches for my cows.
Wow.
Yeah, we had plenty of baler twine and plenty of cows. So that's what you do. And Kathy can hold that for me if she wants to. I'm used to doing it. I'm supposed to be demonstrating this.
So you're gonna braid it, Kate?
You have to braid it. And there are instructions here telling you how to create a braid. But my idea is you start on either side you want and bring that one piece toward the middle. Go to the other side and bring that toward the middle. And you just alternate.
I'm losing my picture. There we go.
Okay. So start on the outside.
I'm going to turn it sideways.
Doesn't matter which side you start on, whatever side you start on. Bring the other side to the middle and just keep on going. And I think the tighter you braid it, probably the longer it will last. Because if your dogs are anything like my dogs, I think I'm okay, Kathy, if you need to let go.
You know, we made toys like this one year at our church fair, and we didn't have a tennis ball. But the dogs loved the braided fleece like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I took them all.
I've made them out of denim from old blue jeans. And they
that's
like
an idea.
Those too.
They just like to tug.
They do. They like to play with things and chew on things. All right, so you just keep going to a certain point. And when you reach a certain point, you're going to thread these ends through the ball. Ooh, I threaded my thumb through the ball. I wasn't sure it was going to come out. But it did.
Oh, good. And then you braid on the other side?
Then you braid on the other side.
So do you do
Ta-da!
I guess you could do most of the way if you want to.
You could, but wherever you stop, you want to
Make sure that you keep braiding.
Yeah.
Or tie a knot or something.
Well, if you tie a knot, you're not going to be able to thread it through, I don't think. I think
Oh
the
yeah,
idea is
you're right.
The idea is the knot is going to hold that tennis ball on there. Okay, so I think we're about there because we need enough left over to tie a knot. And then you can trim the rough ends off if you wish.
That looks fun, Kate.
Ta-da!
And you
And
can
if your knots are too small, make another knot. If you're worried that the knot might pull through
the hole.
the hole in the tennis ball, make another knot.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then your doggy will have a swell time. And like I say, you can trim those ends off, or if you think your doggy won't care, leave them like they are.
I think that's
I should have brought a doggy with me to
You
demonstrate.
should have, because you have 3.
There you go, just like that.
Your puppies all went to their homes.
They
right?
did. They've all gone to their homes and I miss them.
Just have mommy, daddy, and Grammy.
That's right. Okay, so if you don't have a pet, you could give your toys or the toy that you make to a friend who does. Or you can create your own pet.
Oh, that's cool, Kate.
Okay, so to create your own pet, we got a little bit of fuzz going on here, but I don't think my friends will care. We need to take,
What kind of pet are we making?
well, let's look at the directions. We are making a goldfish in a bowl.
A goldfish, yay.
You need scissors, a marker or crayon, and glue.
Okay, I'm gonna come up and look at this.
In your kit, you will have a plastic bag, 2 pieces of blue paper, a sheet of orange paper, a scrap of orange paper, and a googly eye.
Okay.
Okay,
Now this is assuming they have to have glue for this, right? At home, a glue stick?
yeah, a glue stick to glue the googly eye on, because once again, I forgot to peel my googly eye.
It'll be fine.
But you know what? I'm not sure that I got a googly eye.
Uh-oh, an
So
eyeless fish. You could draw an eye.
We can draw an eye on. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's not in that bag. It's in this bag.
Okay.
Do you want to try to peel that, Kathy,
Sure, I'll
while
peel
I'm working
for you.
on the paper?
Since
Okay.
neither one of us is all like great at peeling these.
Right. With the paper, okay, take one sheet of blue paper and create 1/2-inch fold on one of the long edges. Okay, so that was my question was, do I do the long edge or the short edge? All right, so there we go. I think that's about 1/2 inch. And then you fold it accordion style. And if you don't know what accordion style is, it means you flip it every time.
Like a fan.
Yes. Flip it every time. Ta-da! Thank you, Kathy.
I couldn't do it, Kate.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to use glue.
Alrighty.
It's very hard to get that paper
It is
off.
very hard to get that paper off.
I hate to admit it. That's what glue's for.
That's what glue is for.
All right, so we're making
Alrighty.
this fan-looking
There's
thing.
that. And see how it comes out?
Ah, is that the water?
That's going to be the water. That's right. Miss Rachel already did one sheet for us. So we have one batch of water already done. Now you take your scissors with the paper folded and you cut 1/8 inch, you don't have to measure, but
Little pieces.
Thin strips.
Is it easy to cut with a kid's scissors, even though it looks kind of thick? It's not
It's
too
not
bad,
as easy as the foam,
but it's okay.
but it's okay.
All right. See, you're kind of making confetti.
Well, squiggly confetti,
Squiggly
sure.
sea confetti. Seawater. Well, no, not seawater. Goldfish don't live in the sea. I'm sorry. Goldfish bowl water.
Goldfish bowl water. Or we could pretend it was a koi pond. Instead of a goldfish in a bowl, we could make a koi pond.
Well, koi are just giant goldfish,
I
aren't
think
they?
they are. I don't really know.
I don't either. I think I've heard that goldfish grow as big as the bowl or lake or pond.
Wow.
But I could be wrong with that. Because because I don't know a lot about fish.
All right, so that's the idea. I'm not going to cut the rest of the paper because you get the idea.
Okay.
So this is our bowl. Into the bowl goes the rest of the water.
Oh, so the plastic bag is our bowl.
That's our bowl. Okay, so I'm going to save a little bit of water and put it in front of the fish when I get my fish done.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now we need our gold paper. And, oh, Miss Rachel didn't include this. You also need a hand.
Oh. Well, I think
So,
you're good with that.
I think we're good with that. Okay. So, gonna trace your hand.
Well, that's nice because mothers like things that have their children's hand on it. I know. I kept all that stuff. My kids are in their 20s and they can't believe I kept all that stuff.
And here we go, tracing the hand. Ta-da!
Okay.
Then I'm using my safety scissors.
So you're going to cut the hand out.
Gonna cut the hand out.
It's a big goldfish cake.
Well, you know what? He might be too big. My hand is probably bigger than most of our friends. I'm gonna cut my hand down a little bit, I think, because I think it might
He
be.
could be a big koi.
But I don't know if he'll fit in my bowl.
Oh, I think he will.
Will he?
Oh, wait. It's a pretty small bag.
It's a kind of small bag. I'm gonna shorten my fingers. I just amputated my fingers a little bit. Don't do this. Don't do this at home, kids. But I made my fingers a little bit shorter than they
So
actually
he'll be a short,
are.
fat goldfish.
He will be a short his tail, his beautiful tail fins will be not quite as glorious as the children's will have marvelously long tail fins in comparison with the size of their hands, I think. All right.
So, okay, I'm going to watch what you do.
Ta-da! Okay, so
there's your hand.
the thumb is his dorsal fin, I guess you would call.
Like at the top fin on a shark. That's the dorsal fin.
Yes, exactly. And I don't think we need his mouth to be quite that long.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to ask you. Kind of round off the end where your wrist was.
And then we need fish lips.
Fish lips?
Fish lips.
Fish have lips.
This one does.
Okay.
And Miss Rachel says we should take our piece of paper, fold it in half, and cut out a heart. Now, I would just cut it freeform, but just in case people aren't familiar with how to do this, you fold the paper in half, and then on the seam,
You draw half a heart.
you draw half a heart. Ta-da! And then you cut that out, and like magic, you will
fish lips.
have fish lips that are made from a heart. Ooh, butterfingers. Okay, so there's my little heart. Can you see that, Kathy?
I can.
Okay, so we take my fish and that's the top of the fish. So the fish lips will go like,
Move this paper.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
So there's the fish lips, which we need to glue on to the fish.
Look, I'm really glad you have that glue since I couldn't get the Google Eye stuff.
Well, I was gonna do it ahead of time, but guess what?
We had so much to do for this.
We
this week.
did. We have so many pieces to this pie.
Do you want
All
me
right,
to Google Eye.
there's the googly eye. Okay, and I think that's it. It's just the lips and the eye, and then it goes into the bowl, so to speak. Let's see, put it about there. How's that look, Kathy?
He's upside down. Okay, he's quite cute. Actually, I like him.
Okay, well, let's put him in the bowl.
Let's see if he fits.
Oh, God, I don't think he's going to fit.
You know what? You could use the big bag because then you have a big bowl.
Well, then I won't have very much water. I'm just going to make him a little smaller. He's very flexible. There, I think he'll fit now.
Okay.
So in he goes. I want him to be swimming up instead of swimming down.
Or sideways if he fits. There he goes.
There he is. Now, and I saved this little bit of water because I wanted to see if it looked good to have a little bit of water on this side of the fish.
I think it would. Because he's swimming through the water.
That's
not
right.
On top of the water.
So that, oops, It's going to be, I better seal it up because we don't want the water to leak out.
That would be bad.
Okay.
And you probably shouldn't let him near your cat.
Ta-da!
Yay!
Bearing in mind that there will be more water in there because I didn't finish cutting the water out.
Oh.
So your fish will have a bit more water than that, which I think he will enjoy.
Okay.
Okay, that's the fish. So you have your own little fish.
So you can do a cat toy if you have a cat, a dog toy if you have a dog, and a fish if you don't have a pet.
That's right.
And then you have the activities that Kate talked about at the beginning, where you can make a picture of your favorite pet or your favorite animal.
That's right.
Perfect.
And
we have a lot to do this week.
we did have a lot to do. Okay. So, enjoy your pet.
Okay.
Now, this week's books. We have a huge variety of books this week, don't we, Kathy?
Well, yes, because we have so many different animals.
We do, and we like books.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. It
So-
was hard to narrow it down.
We have Kevin Hinkey's Full Moon, Kitten's First Full Moon, which is an adorable award-winning book. It's a Caldecott winner.
Oh, those illustrations are cute.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. We also have Children Make Terrible Pets by Peter Brown.
I love that title.
Well, it's a charming story about a beautiful little bear who finds a creature in the woods and decides she wants it for a pet.
Oh.
And her mother tries to tell her that humans make terrible pets, but she's sure it will be the best thing ever. Well, I'm not going to tell you how it turns out, but I think you can probably guess. Little spoiler alert here.
It may not end well.
Well,
Depends on what
it depends on your definition.
definition.
Okay, Bad Kitty by Nick Bruel are very funny books
I love those books.
about the trials and tribulations of a very cantankerous cat. And this one is also an alphabet book.
Ooh.
So here's Bad Kitty at the end of the first alphabet segment. And they're trying to get Bad Kitty to eat healthy food. Well, yuck. He does not care for that. So he decides to be a very, very bad kitty.
Very bad.
She goes off on her bad adventures after that. And those are also alphabetical. Carl, Good Dog Carl.
I loved those books when my
By
kids were growing up.
Alexandra Day. These are tales of a very, very responsible Rottweiler who cares for his mistress so beautifully.
He's like your babysitter, isn't he?
He is. And they're nearly wordless, but they're not hard to follow. And they are beautifully illustrated, as you can see.
She illustrates her own. Well, she has.
Yes,
no words.
all of these books that we're looking at so far. Oh, look, there they are, The Masquerade.
Oh, I remember she always wrote him.
Mm-hmm. All of these books that we've talked about so far, the author is also the illustrator. But our last book is Not Norman, a Goldfish story. And this is written by Kelly Bennett and illustrated by Noah Z. Jones. And this book shows us how what we really want often surprises us. Okay, they are all available from Lithgow to Go, or you can come into the library and see us.
Because we love seeing
Yes,
you.
because you'll probably be coming in to pick up your summer reading prizes anyway. And while you're here, have a look at some of our pet books. We have lots of pet books.
do.
As you can see, this is a very small sampling, but these are good ones. So that's our If Kate Can Do It craft segment. This is our last segment for summer reading. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Kathy and I have really enjoyed making them. I think I can speak for Kathy.
I love it.
Yes, and we hope that you stay safe.